Greetings and salutations, fellow glasses of glitter water. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by... the boy.
Hey! So, this is Tuner's Podcast. If you want to know about any of the stuff that we usually spiel about, it is now in a ticker at the bottom of the screen. Rob and a guy from Ohio are cool because they support the podcast on Patreon. And we are ranking MCU everything. We've talked a lot about all of this shit a lot throughout all of our podcasts in the past. But we're doing tier rankings this year. And we found a tier ranking list that is all of the shit. So let's
Even
get
some,
it.
like, fucking deep cut, I don't think this counts shit. But we're gonna look at it.
So sure, the shit I haven't even watched on here.
Yeah.
I make a point to watch a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. There's no better place to begin than the beginning. I'm glad to see we started with an S and an F and an all lowercase haven't
Yeah,
watched.
we didn't have to edit any of this. This
That's
is
lovely. Lovely list.
Nice work. Nice work.
Your name's not on here, so...
Great work, random person on tiermaker.com or whatever this is.
Yeah, that's the name of the website.
Nice.
All right. Jessica Jones.
So that's the series as a whole we're rating, yeah?
Yeah, I've only seen the first season.
So just for you, just talk about the first season.
High quality, rough sit.
Yeah, it's depressing. I would say this show is pre-season 3, B tier. Season 3 was bad. At least for me. I did not like season 3 at all.
I can't speak to this.
So C tier for me.
I'm fine with saying C tier because it was really well made, but it also made me very upset. And that's not the kind of thing I want to evoke from a TV show here. Acting was great.
Acting was great.
Next, in the order of these little giblets, I don't know if they have a name.
Nope. Okay. Moving on.
We got Thor Ragnarok.
I'm comfortable with high A.
High A. I'll give that to you. I know how much Korg upsets you.
I love Korg. It is one line in this movie that really upsets me.
Yeah.
I would be comfortable putting this in S tier, but I want to see where everything sits first.
Yeah, and we can always move stuff later. It's not like they're bound there. Whoa, they make Takis like potato chips? What the fuck?
Sorry, there are actually ads on the side of this that you guys can't see, and he's completely distracted.
I've got the ADHD!
But, like, it's a movie that is great, it just sometimes doesn't take itself seriously enough. The exact opposite problem of the movie before it.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm not as familiar with the posters.
That's Spider-Man No Way Home.
So we're just, I mean...
Yeah, that's S tier. That's fucking S tier. That's one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I should say it now, I suppose. Spoilers for fucking everything in the MCU. Even if we haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, comics exist. I'm going to spoil this stuff.
Yeah, so like if you're watching this tier list and you're like, man, I hope they don't tell me spoilers in this MCU tier list review ranking thing, that was dumb. Don't be dumb. You guys are better than that. Like, comment, subscribe, and fuck off. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Where would you like to put this?
So even I tapped out eventually from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched like 5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and had a good time. It's clearly in its own little universe. It's a part of the multiverse now. It's its own thing. It's not really part of the MCU at this point. It was fine. It wasn't offensive. I did eventually get bored. So, low C. I don't think it was bad. It wasn't a bad show.
I didn't care for it. Is the fastest way to put it. Like, any filigree I put on that statement, any qualifier, any deeper thought into it, is just me being shitty. Like, it's not going to be nice because I didn't care for it.
Then we do have a D, an E, and an F. So in that way...
We got an E?
We got an E.
We ain't using that E.
You just remove the E?
Maybe.
We'll
leave it there for now.
There might not end up anything being E tier. I would be happy with like a high D. I think it's a C, but like this is a compromise. This is our list, not my list.
Well, and I don't know if the quality of the show needs to answer to my preference toward it.
That's fair. Let's put it low C for now.
I'll commit low C for now, and that's fine with me. Punisher, I didn't watch. So this is all you, my guy.
High B, low A, one of the two.
High B, low A. You know, I'm going to take it on faith for you. We'll get high B or low A rather.
It's very fucking good.
Vice versa. I watched The Runaways, and you didn't.
I absolutely did not watch The Runaways.
I actually only watched a season of The Runaways, and then I got distracted. There was something happened, I want to say around March a couple years ago.
Time's a flat circle.
Anyway. Yeah. I thought this was fun.
I am not a fan of this property, so I never watched it.
It's a lot better in TV form, from what I've heard of your criticisms of the property in comics form. It didn't upset me, so I'd like to put it ahead of Jessica Jones. Would you
Absolutely
argue that?
fine.
I don't think
this
it's
is your
anywhere
business.
near as serious of television.
Just
man.
put Jessica Jones on the list, and then get there.
Oh my god,
He hates that you hate that you have to do that, don't you?
yes.
Why?
Because I should be able to do all things with one click drag. I am the master of my fucking environment, and that's just the way it works. Luke Cage can go right there.
Yeah, fucking A+, S, good, great, even. Of the Netflix series, I love Luke Cage. I like Punisher. Luke Cage, better show.
What about Defenders?
Defenders has Iron Fist in it, so it cannot possibly be S tier.
I would personally say like a high B. It was pretty
B.
good.
B
Yeah.
seems fair.
Okay.
Solid B.
Good coming together of all those characters. I didn't watch Agent Carter.
Me neither. Agent Carter's I haven't seen.
Agent Carter goes into the little blue haven't watched category. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, real fun. Man, I'd say high B there.
Yeah, I think fun only gets you to B.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that sense, Ant-Man.
B! Which one's better, Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp? I quote Ant-Man and the Wasp more. I quote the ad for Ant-Man most. But I quote Ant-Man and the Wasp more of the two.
The first Ant-Man had such a good villain, though.
It had a better villain. Darren Cross is great.
Nobody made Aquaman out of the first Ant-Man.
All right, so is Aquaman the superior Ant-Man and the Wasp, or is it the other way around?
Fuck no.
Then I feel like you know what the answer is. Oh, you almost did it. You almost managed it.
I almost did. Get over there. I they're about equal. I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna periodically move those around.
Yeah, that's fair.
Avengers Infinity War. Wow.
So this one's gonna.
That's tough.
Is this the one we convinced ourselves to like? This is the one we talked ourselves into liking.
I don't even really remember rewatching it last year.
No, we did, but it wasn't terribly memorable.
And I think at the time we said, I don't know if we ever need to watch that again.
It's a great movie.
Sure. And I, on second watch, didn't have as much of a negative reaction to a lot of the criticisms I had about it.
But this is definitely the movie we talked ourselves into liking.
Yes, yeah, this is the one. Over the course of the podcast, if you guys want to go watch that, by the end of it, we were like, there's a lot of fun moments in that. It has some good damn scenes in it, man.
It does.
Fucking Squidward.
Oh.
That's tough. That's a tough sit. Can we come back to that one? Is that allowed?
I think so.
Okay. All right. What about Avengers Age of Ultron? Where are you going to tell me to put this?
You follow your heart.
All right. I'm going to take a letter grade away for Joss Whedon.
No, definitely better than Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I think better than Thor Ragnarok. And I'm actually just being serious. Like, the movie's good. I really love a lot of it, but it's not the total package that Luke Cage or No Way Home are.
Yeah, agreed. I love Age of Ultron. It's a great comic book movie. It's a great Avengers movie. It is absolutely not as good as Luke Cage or Spider-Man No Way Home. There's a gap there.
I haven't seen Cloak and Dagger because I don't have access to whatever network Cloak and Dagger is on.
I don't even know what network Cloak and Dagger is on.
I've tried several times. Maybe in the time since it's been somewhere and I can watch it now. But because I love Cloak and Dagger, I don't know if I've ever made that clear.
Cloak and Dagger are cool. I just have no idea what that show's on.
Captain Marvel.
Ooh, boy.
So, I don't know if you guys have seen the other podcasts or not. If you haven't, I recommend them. We talk like idiots for a long time there. At first, we were kind of higher on Captain Marvel than we ended up settling when we did our podcast on it. And then either I read it online or I came to the realization myself, I want to say I read it online, that it's a kid's movie.
And it very much is. A lot of my problems with Captain Marvel can just be summed up as it is much more of a children's movie than the other MCU movies are.
I think I would put it higher than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I wouldn't dream of putting it higher than Jessica Jones. So what is your influence on that?
I'm comfortable with anything from bottom of C to high D. I don't think it's a terrible movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not to my taste, but it is much more for children than the other MCU movies are.
Let's softly put it at high D for now. I feel like there's enough of a delineation in your passion for what you watched of this show, and I mean, like, I don't have any hard fondness in my heart for this. There's a couple of scenes that are good.
I'm gonna be honest, like, they did the best they could with the source material they had to work with.
That too. Yeah, it was a clunky mess. To try to translate those...
And to try and shove it into the past of the MCU. Generally speaking, things that try and shove themselves into the past of the MCU instead of moving forward are gonna have a bad time.
Sorry, I was kind of distracted there for a second. Anyway, next is Captain America.
That'll be the first Avenger, looks like.
Is it? Yeah, because that one says the Winter Soldier. Okay, first Avenger. Wow, what a quality movie.
Yeah, like B. I think Winter Soldier is a better movie, but like Captain America is a great period piece. And it's early enough in the MCU that you can do a period piece without having to respect 20 movies of continuity.
Do you think it's better than The Punisher?
As a series? Ooh. Fuck, I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. High praise for The Punisher. I'll put it here. I think it's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, It's more fun, Ant-Man and the Wasp are, but...
It's a better movie.
I like this as a movie. So that being said, Winter Soldier, this is a contention point.
Yeah, I think this should go in S tier. Winter Soldier is one of the best MCU movies, period.
Whereas I find it boring.
So, by that token, what are you comfortable compromising on? Because I love this fucking movie. I think this is one of the best. This is a political thriller by way of comic books, and it's really incredibly well made.
All right. This is, I have long hair, kind of a sunken face. I am offering my hands to you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You get fucking Captain America Winter Soldier between Punisher and Thor Ragnarok. I give up it not being somewhere in the seas.
Oh, really? You think it's that boring?
I'm fucking bored by it. Like, it's good content. I think it serves the story really well. And again, there are scenes. But unfortunately, as sometimes happens as a comic book fan watching a comic book movie, I know what's happening. There was a twist at the end about a character that I didn't really know. That was it. Otherwise, it was just like, yeah, that's correct. You're right.
You did that.
Mm-hmm. And you did some cool stuff with it. But, like, for me, it's very much, and this is another difference between you and I as movie watchers, it's a Bourne film kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't like
those. It's a political
those.
thriller.
Yeah, I don't like those. And I don't hate them, but they're just like, why would I turn that on?
You know what? I will take that. I will take trade deal accepted.
All right. Okay. Right there. That's...
Yeah, this tier list's going to trend higher because we like the MCU. Full stop. Like...
Well, there's stuff. There's
a storm coming.
Civil War. Civil War is a good film.
Civil War is a great film.
Yeah, Civil War is a good. Where are your thoughts on that?
I tell you what, bud. I don't want to like too heavily weight the top end of this list, and so you kind of have to judge these against.
Just throw it into F.
No, stop it. But so I think every time I have an inclination to just shove another thing into S tier, we'll review it, and if not, it'll take whatever place Captain America Winter Soldier's currently at.
Okay, so you would just shove this into S tier.
I can't think of a lot of problems with this movie. Can you?
Yeah. I think it hits that A+. I don't know that it gets extra credit like Spider-Man and Luke Cage do.
I'm comfortable with it an A.
Yeah.
Yeah. So put it where Captain America Winter Soldier is, and then move that one down.
Do you think it's better than Thor Ragnarok, though?
I
think it might be.
I think it might be. I think that's true. I think that might be true.
What about Ultron?
No, I think Ultron's a better film.
Okay. So this takes us to Daredevil. Have I seen all of this?
You have not. You have missed the last
season. Okay. I need to go back and watch those, but like...
They're not in continuity anymore. What does it matter?
Or are they?
No, Daredevil might be. Real talk.
Spoiler alert, a lot of the podcasts coming up in March are going to be about series that are happening in January, February. My plate is very full right now. So the time I was going to commit to catching up on these series is elsewhere. But it is in my itinerary. So Daredevil, I thought it was really strong. I'd be willing to put it at an A or a B. I would say better than Defenders, definitely.
Oh, it absolutely goes above the Defenders. High B for me.
B.
Some of the third season stuff is a little weaker.
Okay.
Not through any fault of the series. It's just how it kind of worked with the last season of the Netflix shows. Everyone was a little checked out.
Here, maybe?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Next we have Doctor Strange.
I love this movie. I'm not going to defend this movie. I recognize that this movie doesn't have the vibe. You put it wherever you feel it deserves. I like it, but I recognize that it's not the vibe. It doesn't have the juice.
I'm going to say this is probably the compromise we're looking for.
That's fair. You put it wherever you feel it deserves, Frank.
Here's the question. Do I like it more than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? And I don't know the answer to that. Like,
then that's where it belongs, right with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, this is much like I made a promise and I haven't fucking been living up to it here. Let's just... I feel like I could do that with those two as well, but let's not take the gimmick too far. This is Endgame here, yeah?
Yeah, Endgame.
Down here. I know you guys only have a limited view.
Because we like you to be able to see what's going on. And these are very tiny little fucking icons.
I'm blocking out the ads because I'm not giving you fucking free coverage on my show. If you want to sponsor me, Splitgate Beta Season 1 or...
Talkies.
I'll take a Talkies sponsorship. I'll take a Talkies sponsorship. I'll eat your Talkies live on air. The spiciest, most delicious, suckable chips I've ever experienced. I'll take your fucking Talkies sponsorship.
Big don't like calling them suckable.
Markiplier's fucking weird. Just eat the chip. Anyway, Endgame. Endgame is in a special class.
Yeah, Endgame is a fucking cinematic experience. I don't know that it's a really amazing, well-made movie. But it is candy for the soul.
Okay.
It is beautiful. It is a culmination of the MCU.
So, here's what we're going to do. This is where Endgame goes in the Endgame category. It's a different fucking thing.
Move it up.
Well, okay, that's fine. I put it down there behind haven't watched, but we'll put you up here above S because nothing else is going in that category. But it's its own thing. Is it better than Luke Cage and Spider-Man No Way Home?
No, it's its own thing. But it's the culmination. It is the corner. It is like the point. It is the crown and the jewel in the crown of the MCU.
It's inextricable from everything that came before it. I am usually someone that advocates for,
judging a movie on its own merits.
Yes, and also in most circumstances you can. I believe the biggest contention point in our cinematic careers about this was the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. A lot of critics at the time were like, it's just action and climax and blah. Of course it is. It's the climax of a trilogy. That's what those are. And I think the movie does stand on its own. It does a good job of introducing characters and weirdness, and there's not a lot you need to learn, and you're not going, what the fuck is going on? Well, I mean, it does open with Jack Sparrow and Jack Sparrow and Jack Sparrow and Jack Sparrow. But other than that, the movie does itself pretty well, and I think that's unfair to criticize it in that way. However, Endgame, you can't. It's its own fucking thing. It's not even... I would hesitate to say this in any real tangible way, but it's almost not a movie. It is an event.
Yeah, it is the purest example of a comics crossover event on the big screen. And it does it so well. And I love it, but I'm not gonna rank it on the rest of this list. It would be dishonest of me because I don't know where I'd put it.
Because there's a violent difference between seeing Endgame in the theater when it came out and seeing Endgame a couple years after the fact on Disney Plus. It's not the same fucking thing. And we did see Endgame in the theater when it came out, so we'll just put Endgame in the Endgame category. Spider-Man, the first one.
Yeah, Homecoming.
B?
Feels like a B.
B? Really?
It doesn't, it's a good Spider-Man movie, but compared to some of the other fucking titans on this list, it's not, amazing.
No, there was only 2 of those. You set me up for it, all right?
Waka waka, motherfucker. Sometimes you gotta take it, I understand. But alright, so let's be real. Spider-Man Homecoming. Is it better than Thor Ragnarok?
I think Spider-Man Homecoming's lows are not as good as Thor Ragnarok's lows, but I think Spider-Man Homecoming's highs reach Luke Cage levels. And honestly, both of the Spider-Man movies, because that's the next one, that aren't No Way Home, are like that. And hinge very strongly on their central villains.
Yeah, and they have good central villains, too. Vulture's a little better. But,
on one hand, I agree. On the other hand, I'm not sure.
If you want to put them in A, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not gonna back box you for it.
Well, I mean, if you've got a valid,
No, that was a gut feel. That was a gut feeling call, my dude.
I think let's box in Ragnarok here. Let's do that. How's that sound?
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
I'm for that.
It's rough. Look, this isn't written in stone, man.
This is today.
It's just today. This is just now. And if you have any feelings to the contrary, we've got a whole ass comment section. And I'll hit the thumb button. I'll hit the heart button. I'll respond if you've given me something compelling to respond to.
There you go.
Yeah, it's interactivity, man. Call to action. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first, right?
Yeah, that's the first.
God damn, these movies are all so fucking good.
Yeah, this one's always going to be weighted. This one was always going to be weighted at the high end. There's very few MCU movies that aren't good. This one, I think, by virtue of the fact of being a movie so good, it made an example for our podcast that we strive not to live down to ever again. It can't go below B tier.
I was thinking high A.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I would put both of these movies because they're very similar in quality. I would put them both at the top of A right now.
I'm comfortable with that.
You're comfortable with that? Okay. They're genre defining. They are the new Star Wars.
They get the It Made Me Cry award for I can't rate it too low.
We didn't fucking watch Inhumans.
Nope, didn't watch. I know where I'd put it, but I haven't watched it, so I can't really say.
Yeah, not gonna watch Inhumans. Iron Man 1 that looks like. I think I see Ironmonger in the background there, maybe. Or no, this is 2. Yeah, there's 1. There's
yeah, because that's Whiplash in the center.
Yeah, that's He's walking away from explosions.
Iron Man 2 is one that is not beloved of the people. And I was like, no, it's fine. And then we rewatched it. It's not bad, but it's not amazing.
Is Justin Hammer.
It has Justin Hammer.
That's about its high point. And that scene where Tony's in the donut, everyone loves that.
Everyone loves the donut scene. So much so that when they did What If and Tony was in an episode, that's the scene they used.
Put him in the donut, that's good. Okay. I'm an advocate of doing some restructuring here.
Okay.
Let's put that bad boy there.
All right.
Let's put that bad boy there.
Okay, yeah.
You think? Does that sound fair?
That's fair.
Do you think it's better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I'm asking you because you've seen more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, it's absolutely better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, let's
I would put it above Jessica Jones, personally.
No, I'm not going to put it above Runaways.
Fair enough.
Because I liked Runaways.
Yeah. What about
Iron Man 3?
Iron Man
Kiss
3
Kiss
goes,
Clang Clang?
Yeah, Iron Man 3. Look, Iron Man 3 is one that is not beloved of the people either. Fuck you. This movie rules.
Yeah. Jesus. I kind of want to put it below Guardians.
Okay.
You down for that?
Yeah.
Better than fucking...
Iron Man 3 is a fucking great movie. I will fight
fantastic.
you people.
All right, Iron Man 1.
This one is the one that, like, it gets kind of a history bonus for being...
It does.
Like, I feel like we can't put it too low, because it's fucking Iron Man 1. But, like...
I would put it maybe low B.
Yeah, that feels fair. I would put it above Defenders, in your Captain America First Avenger class.
Yeah, I'd rather rewatch the Ant-Man movies, personally. Than rewatch Iron Man 1. It suffers a lot from being of its era. It's very pre-MCU.
It's 2008.
Yeah.
It's a 2008 film.
It sure is.
Or whenever the fuck it came out. I don't remember anymore.
Fucking 1998.
1888. Fucking.
Black Panther is next.
Man, this is a rough movie for me to grade. Because its highs are so high. And its lows are low,
I don't
homie.
think its lows are low. I think it's just that it ends on such a kind of note.
The final confrontation is bad.
It's good writing, but we needed another villain. If there was another villain for you to conquer after that and have that big feel-good moment, hell yeah. But there's not really. It just sort of ends on a, well, that's done.
Well, that sure was a fucked up week for me,
Yeah.
says T'Chaka.
T'Challa,
excuse me.
It was a fucked up week for T'Chaka, too.
Yeah, but he ain't saying shit.
No.
Well, no, I mean, I guess in that specific movie, he says a lot. Mostly, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Where would you put this, brother?
I don't feel comfortable putting it above the Ant-Man movies. I had a better time with them.
Okay. I would say it's better than Iron Man.
Okay.
All right. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi has some recency bias to it. I won't lie. I loved it. I watched it more recently. It's a very fun movie.
It's really fun, but the substance isn't as strong.
No, it's a little more popcorn. It does have a great shredder in it, to be fair.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, it does. I'm thinking below Daredevil.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Whoops. What about the original Avengers? This is something we have some contention over.
Yeah, this one's gonna be... Alright, so...
You really just let me get away with it?
What? You put a thing where it belongs. That's where that goes. This wasn't controversial.
I wouldn't have called it out, but this is an audio format. Not everyone watches this. We're throwing Iron Fist in the F tier. I like a lot of the stuff in Iron Fist.
I don't like a lot of the stuff in Iron Fist
Same,
also.
yeah. Like, man, it's like enjoy your fucking mashed potatoes and fucking pee. I love mashed potatoes, but that second thing you said, peas? No,
nope,
man. Sorry.
I did not say peas.
Let me clarify. Human urine.
Oh, God. That look, Iron Fist has a couple glorious golden highs. And then it's mostly lows. It's mostly crap.
Almost entirely stupid fucking decisions.
But first Avengers movie, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk you above B tier for this.
Fuck no.
Where would you put this?
Where would I legitimately put the first Avengers movie? Probably between Black Panther and Iron Man, if I'm being honest with myself.
Then there it goes.
Okay. You legitimately are going...
I'm not gonna fucking... No, I'm not gonna win this conversation. I'm not gonna talk you into putting this in A tier. That's not gonna fucking happen.
I can't fathom it being... Even the way you talk about Winter Soldier, I can't fathom it being better than Winter Soldier even in your head.
No, it's not. And I wasn't...
Like...
I was gonna genuinely bear it for below Punisher.
Below
but,
Punisher?
Like...
I don't think Daredevil's better.
And look, I'm comfortable with what I got.
Do we do...
Take what you can get.
Yeah, I'm surprised you kind of went with the Rick Lowball.
Take what you can get.
I guess. Y'all watch other podcasts if you want to hear my issues with the Avengers. We've talked it into the ground. It'd be like talking about...
We're kind of blowing through these movies individually because I have fucking talked about these movies so goddamn much.
We have. We do so many episodes on this stuff, and if you guys are new to the podcast, please check out our movie reviews, or rather our movie homework reviews that we did on all the movies we've watched since like fucking 2010, 2015, something like that.
We've been going.
It's been a while. So yeah, you can learn about our opinions about these movies or the individual podcasts for most of these fucking movies,
where we break it down more specifically.
Thor.
The original Thor, that's a C-tier movie. At best. It's fun, but it's not good.
There?
Okay. You could go below Agents.
You think it's not as good as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Genuinely, yeah, I do.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this one to you. You were kind about fucking original Avengers.
Thor has you are an old man and a fool, and like 2 good lines from Loki, and otherwise it is fucking forgettable.
You know, as you said that,
it's not bad. It's just forgettable,
and it's just a bad example of what Thor became. It pales in comparison to the second movie, which most people hate.
Yeah, agreed.
Also, once you hear about the Dutch angle blonde eyebrows, you can never unsee it in the movies. Ruined forever.
Hey, by the way, they do a lot of Dutch angles, and Thor has blonde eyebrows. Congratulations, I've ruined Thor for you.
On that metric, Thor 2, Thort.
Thort definitely goes above Thor.
Right.
It's a much better movie. I would put it above The Defenders.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's better than the original Iron Man.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that.
What about Avengers? How do you feel?
I don't think it's better than the original.
Think it's better? Okay. I would put it higher. I would put it maybe here-ish. Somewhere in the Captain America Ant-Man zone. But, no, get you Black Panther, you greedy Black Panther. This is the Ant-Man zone.
Ants.
Ants.
Hey, man.
Okay. WandaVision.
WandaVision was an interesting fucking show.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever watch it again.
I know I won't. I'll watch season 2.
That said,
I feel like the series have an unfair advantage though because they've got so much more time.
I don't know that necessarily works in their favor, man.
Really? You feel like some low rent WandaVision episodes are dragging it down?
It just like, you know,
the 60s episode or something?
I mean, like there's part of enjoying a movie is its rewatchability. You know, like even, you know, we've talked about how it's going to be a long time before we're watching the original, you know, phase 1, 2, 3 movies again. But there's some of them, the A-tier ones, that I could watch sooner than later. I could probably sit down and watch Ragnarok again.
I spoke recently about how I don't plan on rewatching these movies. But yeah, pretty much A and above. No, that's not true. I probably could.
Yeah.
Look, S tier, I absolutely could watch anytime.
Sure.
I could watch Spider-Man No Way Home repeatedly for a while. It's a really good fucking movie.
But I don't know that I'd want to sit down and watch through WandaVision again. It's got a lot of good parts. I really enjoyed it. It was a clever idea. And it hurts me to suggest that I don't know. B seems too high for it.
All right.
But at the same time, I don't think it's
the right move. It's because we both would agree better than Defenders, right?
Yeah, I think
is the right move to move Defenders down.
You know what? I think that's smart. I think that's smart too. Do you think WandaVision is better than the Ant-Man zone?
I don't think it gets above Black Panther, personally.
Don't think it gets above Black Panther? Okay. You know what? I would say first big crossover movie versus TV sitcom nonsense weirdness. I think WandaVision executed better on its strange premise
than the Avengers.
Yeah, I think I want to sit that right there. That's my thoughts on the matter.
I like it.
Okay. Next we have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
This is very good. It had some issues. I wasn't in love with every decision it made, but like it delivered in the end. It stuck the landing. I know. Again, I won't watch it again. That's not a thing I'm gonna do.
There's parts I could watch again, but I think
I liked WandaVision better.
Really? Okay. Well, would you say Falcon and the Winter Soldier is better than the original Avengers?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
What about Thor?
That's a more debatable. I could see an argument for that.
I'm asking you here, my friend.
I'd say, yeah, stick it right there.
In between Avengers and Thor?
That's a good place for it.
All right, Loki.
Loki, however, does benefit from all its time.
Yeah.
All its glorious, glorious time to let Tom Hiddleston just fucking do his thing.
I, personally, gut feeling, first reaction, I would put it there.
Okay, yeah, that seems about right.
Okay.
Not as good as Iron Man 3, but better than Age of Ultron. Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Black Widow. What about Black Widow?
Black Widow is pretty much the definition of a C tier for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not as good as the Runaways. Like the Runaways wasn't anything exemplary. It's high school superhero shit.
But like
it's a CW style show, but
better than Iron Man 2?
There's such an amazing divide.
Yelena?
Yelena. Oh,
Yelena better than Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Yelena is better than Iron Man 2. What if? I didn't watch that.
If I could rank individual episodes of What If, some of them would go as high B, maybe low A. Some of them would go into F. I can't, in good conscience, put What If as a whole above D.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so where would you put it in D?
Bottom.
Bottom of D? Okay. Hawkeye.
The Fs are very F.
I'm gonna say Hawkeye.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, that was an incredible...
That was a great fun fucking time.
And that was a recent podcast, so y'all can just go listen to our opinion there. Eternals.
D. F.
Really?
I wouldn't. F feels unfair. F feels unfair. I know I'm not going to watch fucking Eternals again.
Well...
And I was less angry at this movie when I came out of the theater than I was as time passed. Because I kept thinking back on it and, like, kept thinking of all the shit that wasn't very good. But, like, at the same time, I could see a C.
I was kind of thinking better than Iron Man 2. What? See, now... Jessica Jones, I feel... Well, but you said that last season really sucked.
It wasn't great. It wasn't for me. If you wanted to move Jessica Jones up, now that we've got everything moved around...
I feel like that's kind of unfair, at least a little bit, because it was just better storytelling. This is suffering a lot.
Okay, all right. So now that we've got things more settled, right?
I think I would place it like here-ish.
That's fair. Look, I didn't hate that movie upon watching it. It's just looking back at it, it bothered me.
Well, and like
it's mostly, if I'm being honest, this is more genuine than I usually am on the podcast. Even it's the sex scene.
Oh yeah, that's a really weird fucking sex scene.
It's weird and unnecessary, and like the longer I think about it being in the movie, the more upset it makes me.
I liked a lot of the characters. I liked a lot of the fights. I really enjoyed a lot of the dynamics, and we did a podcast on this. So if you want to go to,
I liked that it was a good Justice League movie. That was fun,
and I liked the Jack Kirby-ness of it all.
It was very, very fucking Kirby.
And honestly, I think in a lot of ways it's like Endgame
in that it's its own thing.
It is its own thing, but it's sort of like a weird modern art exhibit you go to and go, well, that was interesting.
In that way, I'm comfortable with it in C tier. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So that brings us back to
where did it bring you?
Jesus
back
Christ. How long have you been saving that one? This is why I keep you on this show, man. You're too good. Also, you're my dear friend and all that.
So, I personally would put this in like mid-A.
Mid-A, you think?
Mid-A. Above Civil War, probably around Age of Ultron Loki. Somewhere in that zone.
You think so? Better than Ragnarok?
I like Infinity War a lot.
Okay.
It's Thanos' movie, and he's the protagonist. It's a villain protagonist movie, but it works.
I don't have an argument. I would maybe, if this were just my list, it might be B tier, just because of that initial viewing experience. Like, as much as it was a quality film, everything around it was rough. The cliffhanger and the way they did the cliffhanger, which ironically a lot of our complaints about that it didn't matter, but it didn't feel as strong in that sense to me, so I would move it down. However, I'm willing to accept mid-A. You said around Civil War-ish?
Civil War, Age of Ultron, Loki, anywhere in that bracket.
All right.
Like, from below Civil War to above Loki, I feel like anywhere in that bracket's fair.
Okay. I'm going to say right there.
So, now that we got everything settled, we got everything in place, A tier looking a little fat.
Yeah?
Anything needs trimmed?
I mean, I haven't seen Punisher.
I think Punisher could go with Daredevil. I feel like that's a fair compromise. Maybe even...
Well, then B tier is fat. You know what, though? Iron Man could probably... You motherfucker. I swear to God. God damn it. Making me do...
And then Iron Man go top of C above Defenders. That feels better to me. And, alright, so now that you've got that, anything seem wildly out of place? With the benefit of having seen
there should
everything...
be a tier below F for Iron Fist.
Make one.
Just a nice empty F tier, and then Iron Fist below it. No, that's just a joke.
But yeah, is anything looking at this now that everything's in place? Is anything like it's feel like it's getting short shrift?
I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Defenders. I might put that above Iron Man. I might put Runaways and Jessica Jones above Iron Man. Like, it's not a bad movie, and if you had shown me this movie on its own, I wouldn't necessarily give it a C. I'd say a B. It was a B movie.
It's just batting up against... Look, Seinfeld is a good show, but the shows it birthed are better.
Yeah,
Iron Man is a good...
Yeah.
Like, alright, legitimately, C tier in the MCU is B or A tier in another movie list.
Sure.
Those aren't bad movies. They're just batting against fucking titans.
Yeah, and like the worst parts of Black Widow are how it diverts from what we love about comics. Like the stuff that it's source material. Man, that's C tier is a complicated tier. C stands for complicated.
There you go.
And that is fucking good enough for me.
Everything's better when nerds talk about it.